Welcome back, my beauties, and welcome if you're new. My name is Sheena, and if you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button. And let's go ahead and get into today's set. So today's set is inspired by my boy Freddy Krueger, and yes, I said my boy Freddy Krueger. It's something about Freddy Krueger from when I was younger. I've always loved every Halloween to watch his movies. He is like one of my favorite serial killers that's out there, as far as horrors and thrillers go. So I did do all my normal prep off camera. I used a cuticle pusher and pushed back my cuticles, went around the cuticle with a needle drill bit to remove any dead skin. I then used a fine grit sanding pen and roughed up the surface of my natural nail. I then went in with Kiara Sky's dehydrator and 2 coats of Kiara Sky's primer, and I used base gel to cure on Nail Couture's XXL Stiletto tips. I then went in with my fine grit sanding pen and roughed up the surface of these tips, and you now see me going in with base coat gel that I'll cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. So the first color I'm going in with is this green from V Shine. It's a kit I did review before. B035 is the number of this color. And I'm going to take this and just apply that to the ring finger. And this color is like so pigmented. It's so smooth and creamy. I do love these polishes a lot. I will link the video on the cards of that review I did, and the set I came up with for this green polish was extra cute too. So if you haven't seen that, go ahead and click the link above and check that out. But anyways, I'm gonna go in with just 1 coat. I do a second coat off camera of this green shade, and like I said, I just feel like this was the perfect green to go with my Freddy Krueger themed nails. Once I get my nails painted with that green, I make sure to go in with a cleanup brush and clean up any of the green that may have gotten on my skin before curing in the lamp. So the next shade I'm going in with is Black Lava. It's a Model 1's gel polish that I have. And I'm going to go in with this on my middle finger. And after I go in on my middle finger, that was the only nail that I initially was going to do, because as you all know, I used my nail book and I kind of draw out my designs first, and then I go in and actually, create them for you all. So originally I was going to do my middle finger black, and then my index finger I was going to do tan, because I wanted to do some scratch marks, and I felt like tan would be a nice color for them to be on. But I changed my mind at the last minute and ended up going in on my index as well with this black shade. And once I got the black set on there, I did cure in the lamp for 30 seconds for all 3 of the nails already painted. And as I stated off camera, I do go in with a second coat on both the black and the green nails. And then I also make sure to take my cleanup brush and clean around the black nails as well before curing. Next, I'm going in with this red shade Midsummer Rose. It's a Model 1 gel polish, and I'm using my Macart number 2 brush. And I'm going to take that on my pinky, and I'm going to apply it at the tip. And I'm also using that same green shade B035. And I'm just making the colors of his sweater on my pinky, and I'll also do the same thing on my thumb. So I take that color and I just apply it to the tip. Once I get the red set, I'm going to use my my little flashy light, and I'm going to flash cure that into place. And then I move on with the green and do the same thing back and forth until I get the nail fully covered with the red and green simultaneously. And then I would then go into my big lamp for a full 30-second cure on that finger. I hope everyone is having an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And I would like to take this time, as always, to thank anyone who has taken the time to watch any one of my videos. It is greatly appreciated. And to my subscribers, I love you all so very much, and you all know that. I always show my appreciation to you every video, because without you, there would be no me. So I'm overly thankful. So then on my index, I decided I wanted to make some slashes as if his claws were, clawing at my nails, I guess. And so I take that red shade and I just kind of make some lines diagonally across the nail to my liking. Also, to incorporate in this nail, I wanted to do some drops as well. So I did do one drop down underneath the scratches, and then I went up around the cuticle area and made a few dots and filled that in to make it like blood was dripping down to the scratches. And I think the nail came out pretty cute overall. Once I did get this design set on this finger, I went in and cured for 30 seconds. So my middle finger, I'm taking the red shade again, and I'm gonna write never sleep. And I was gonna write never sleep again, but because the nail is a stiletto, once I got the sleep portion down, it just got a little too narrow, and so you'll see me erase it. And I just put never sleep because we all know that Freddy Krueger comes in your nightmares, but he really kills you in reality as well. So never sleep is something that was always like mentioned and said in all of his movies, and that all of the teens always tried to keep themselves awake because they knew that if they went to sleep, Freddy was going to come. Or most of them that wanted to defeat him went to sleep on purpose to try and pull him out of the dream and get rid of him for good. So never sleep is something that is really incorporated in the Nightmare on Elm Street series. So I decided to put that on this finger. And then after putting never sleep, I did also go in with some blood drips on this nail as well, just to tie everything in. And then I cured for 30 seconds. And lastly, on my ring, I wanted it to be like a street sign. So for Elm Street, I was going to write it in white, but I just didn't think the white would tie in well, being that everything was like green, red, and black. So I went in and wrote the word street name Elm Street in black. And I tried to do some drips on the L and then the S of street, and they didn't come out so great, but I mean, I tried. And so this was to complete my set. The Elm Street is, of course, we all know the street where all of the nightmares occurred with Freddy Krueger and where everything pretty much takes place with Freddy Krueger is Elm Street. So once I got this nail set with the design, I did go ahead and cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. And I went in with Beetle's matte top coat because I had matted my nails before drawing the designs, and I really liked how the matte looked for this particular design. So I did go ahead and go over all of the nails fully with matte top coat. And with matte, you want to make sure that you're covering all of the nail in entirety so that everything is going to turn matte and you don't leave any shiny spaces. But once I get it all covered, I do cure for 30 seconds. And here's how it looks after I cured. Pretty cute, but I also wanted all of the drawing details to be glossy. So I took my detail brush and some top coat and just drew over all of the design portion and then cured in the lamp for 30 seconds. And then lastly, I went in with Kiara Sky's cuticle oil and moisturized my cuticles. And here's the finished set. I think this was a good representation of Freddy Krueger. Let me know what you think of my nail set down below. And if you've made it this far, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the post notification bell so you don't miss any of my future sets. I thank you all so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so very much, and much love.